name's Angela. I'm married to Andre, and we've been married for almost 3 years now. First time I knew I loved Andre. I think it was a slow process. He captivated me with his friendship and just being funny together. But I think the first time we were away from each other was the first time I noticed I love him. We met in a mission organization. I was a missionary with YWAM, that's Youth with a Mission. Well, I guess what really brought me and Andre together was our vision with what we wanted to do for God. So we knew that God had given us different gifts, and we wanted to use it within the mission organization or outside of it, and just be fulfilling what God led us to do. And we both have the desire to be where we are, but also go throughout the world and just proclaiming Jesus and using our gifts while we do that. I believe I've been to about 7 different countries, including Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, China, North Korea, and Russia. So we got married, and Andre was still full-time in the university, so he was a full-time student. So we wanted to have children once he graduated, once you have, things more established. We were married less than a year when all of a sudden we found out that we were pregnant. I was very scared. Don't get me wrong, I wanted children. I've always wanted to have children, but I just cried because it was just in a moment that we weren't expecting, that we thought that we had nothing to be able to provide for this child. So it was a scary moment. I had just gotten a job, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep it. But even with the job I had gotten, we had no clue how we could even pay for a place to rent. And we had 2 old cars, and just trying to understand where everything would be fall into place was difficult to imagine. But apart from that, I had also been diagnosed with a blood condition, and I had pulmonary embolism a year ago. I was still on medication, and I was very afraid also how that could affect the baby. So there were a lot of things going on, and then happiness mixed with fear, and how we were going to get through this. And just seeing God through this all has been an amazing experience. Trusting Him to provide, trusting Him to take care of your emotions, trusting Him physically throughout the pregnancy was a unique experience, to be able to just let go of all your fears, let go of what our logic, what our mind wants to tell us, and just choosing to trust Him. It really does come through. He never disappoints. Through this whole time, I've been learning a lot to depend on God. Motherhood brings a whole new level of dependence on God. Just knowing that you are not perfect, and still you have this little being to take care of, and that God put in your life is a growing and humbling experience. Yeah, and I just keep thinking sometimes like how it would be to not have had Lucas at that time. I look back and all the fears we had, and just imagining me and Andre all the time. We look at each other, how would our lives be without Lucas today? We are so much happier, we are so much more fulfilled, we are so much more everything just for him being in our lives, despite our lack of income, lack of thinking that we're ready, everything that was happening in our lives at the moment, and seeing that we can go through with it and have this amazing and beautiful result today is priceless. Being a mom has always been a dream of mine, and so raising Lucas, you know, going through the whole pregnancy and birth and this first year has been a gift, and it's a huge joy. I have no words to describe the love that grows in your heart every single day. And motherhood, although it brings a whole different and wonderful new aspect of life, it also draws you even further many times from people, from society, especially the first year. Almost your whole time is spent, you and your baby, and if you work, only working so that you can come home to your baby and provide for him and take care of him and feed him and all that stuff, and know who you still are as a person, and also with who you are in God, can be quite challenging. He's the one who reminds you every day who you are, who He created you to be, and what He has for you, even when the everyday life is just diapers and food and baby stuff. If you ask Him to help you, He does come through, and through your flaws, through your impatience, through you not knowing what to do in so many moments. The other day I ran across a verse, and it says in Isaiah 40:11 that He tends His flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in His arms and carries them close to His heart. But then He says He gently leads those that have young. Today I have a young one, and I look at this verse and I see that God gently leads the ones who have young ones, and for me, I think that just speaks to me on many levels. Leads me in what He wants me to do as me, Angela, as a person. Leads me what to do as Angela, mother of Lucas. Leads me what to do as Angela, wife, husband of Andre. And it's gentle. He's not there to, you know, tell me everything I did wrong with my baby or my marriage or my life. But He is gently leading me, and that comforts me, that helps me, and that assures me. To just grow in God, and that He will lead me to be always a better mother, a better wife, and a better person.